Hello, everybody. My name is, well, I'm not saying my name, but you know. Today I'm reading let me check. 2 Degrees by Alan Gratz. And the chapter in question is King Sequoia, a part of part 1 this year in Nevada, California. And King Sequoia is page 5. Well, if you haven't read the first video of the first chapter called Red Flag Warning, I suggest you read that now, and let's get into reading. King Sequoia. It was October, and the hillsides were awash in oranges, yellow and reds and greens. Akira loved this time of the year, when the air was crisp and cool. It smelled like cedar and Douglas fir. I don't know how to read this. There were a few dark clouds in the sky, but Akira never knew it was going to rain. It never rained anymore. Akira closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Wait, what? Letting Dodger have the reins. He and Owl carried Akira and her father up into a tall canopy up Ponderosa Pines, where the bare clover and white alder grew along the granite boulders. The horses climbed higher to the top of the mountain, and at last Akira and her dad came to the place they had been headed all along. A hush fell over Akira, like she had entered a church, and her skin tingled. Do behold the king in his glory, King Sequoia. Akira's father whispered, quoting a line from the naturalist John Muir. All around Akira and her dad was dozens of giant sequoias, some of the biggest trees on the planet. The largest sequoia here was 12 feet wide, and it tracked so high up in the sky, Akira had to crane her neck back to see the top of it. Full-grown giant sequoias these were called monarchs, because they were kings and queens of trees. Some of them were over 2,000 years old. Akira and her dad had shared a smile. They both loved this place. Page 6. Up here, Akira felt like she was outside of time, like rest of the world didn't exist. This grove was Akira's escape, her sanctuary. Akira hopped off Dodger and walked deeper into the grove, while her horses grazed. This is what it must feel like to be among the elephants, Akira thought. The giant sequoias made her feel small and insignificant, but in a good way. They reminded her that she was in the center of the universe, that there was a thing far older and bigger she was. Her father got down from Elwood. "Oh no," he whispered theatrically. "What will happen if your wildfire makes it all the way up here?" Akira scowled. She knew as well as her dad did that giant sequoias were adapted to withstand wildfires. Their bark was 2 feet thick, and their shaggy evergreen leaves were high up, where forest fires couldn't reach them. These trees even needed wildfires to reproduce. Their seed cones only opened up when exposed to extreme heat. A wildfire was never going to burn these down, and her father knew it. He was baiting her, trying to get her to argue with him about climate change. Akira huffed and turned away. Why did her dad have to ruin this? These rides into the mountains were when Akira felt closest to her father. He was the one who taught her the names of the plants of all the plants and animals in the forest, and all the facts about giant sequoias. Giant sequoias, who taught her how to recharge her batteries in nature. How could her father be wrong about climate change, but right about everything else? Akira shook her head. She wasn't going to bite. She wasn't going to argue. This was her day. Her time away from everything, in her favorite place in the whole world, and she wasn't going to let anybody spoil it. "Whoa, cool!" A girl's voice shouted behind her, and Akira jumped.